My golden child sister stole my bike because I ate without her permission and my parents blindly took her side and demanded that I obey or I would pay. So I showed them the footage of her theft and called the cops, and now they are livid. I work just a few blocks away from a hospital, and I get there pretty quickly by bicycle. Their cafeteria is quaint with good prices. So, usually once a week or so, I go there for lunch. The food isn't amazing, but they have a nice variety from time to time. The staff even recognize me and are always pleasant. They don't mind that I'm just there for lunch, and it's far quieter eating there than at any local restaurant. I'm on the spectrum and don't like loud noises, so the quiet lunches in this place are a godsend for me some days. Recently, my sister found out I've been eating at the hospital and went off on me, saying hospital cafeterias are only supposed to be for people who are there because they need to be. I retorted that I was giving them business, and it's not like I was taking food out of the mouths of patients. I only went once a week, so what was the big deal? But she still insisted I was wrong. Then she got our parents involved, and they're siding with her. They are telling me I should only be eating at the hospital if I had an actual reason to be there. I told them they were all crazy, and it was just normal food that I was paying for. But now, because neither they nor I are backing down, I'm torn. Am I wrong for going to eat lunch in a hospital cafeteria once a week just because I work nearby? Update: this situation escalated so radically that I can't believe something so trivial actually happened. My sister did the pettiest thing she's ever done to me, and for completely undeserved reasons too. When my sister found out I was eating at the hospital cafeteria, she went off on me, saying that food is just for people who are at the hospital because they need to be. We ended up in a big argument about it, and I told her it wasn't like I was taking food from the mouths of patients. Then she went to our parents to get them on her side, like always, and they immediately sided with her, just like I thought they would. They backed her up on how the hospital cafeteria was not a place to go eating casually, and we had a big argument. They spent days hounding me and telling me I was wrong, demanding I stop. So, I went here. There, I learned that not only was I not doing anything wrong, but it's a very common thing for people to go eat at hospital cafeterias just because they like it. I hoped the situation would just fade away. But a few days later, my sister called me asking if I had stopped eating at the hospital. I said no, and then it started all over again. My parents then called me, fuming and acting like I was supposed to stop going because they said so. I reminded them that I don't live under their roof anymore, and this is exactly the kind of reason why I moved out. They always take my sister's side. They huffed and puffed about it. This time, the fight didn't stay at home. Other relatives found out because my sister tried to broaden her support. She was so dead set on enforcing her will upon me that she went looking for help from other relatives. But our parents were the only ones on her side. My uncle personally admonished my parents and her over the phone once I told him what actually happened. He told them they were only siding with my sister because she's their favorite, and they're terrible parents for ever playing favorites to begin with. Then my cousin went to eat with me at that hospital cafeteria, and said he'd like to go there once a week too, as he also works nearby and bicycles everywhere. We've run into each other at lunch there once already since then. He was pleased to find out the food was made healthier than most other places. He's a bit of a picky eater, so this place is kind of like his new lunch hangout. And my sister got even angrier after finding out there were other people in the family eating at the hospital now too. Once outed, my parents backed down due to embarrassment. They apologized to me and gave me some explanation that they honestly thought eating at a hospital was weird and that they felt like they needed to defend my sister. I told them they'd been placating my sister for so long that it's all they do whenever she starts something with anyone. She's been treating me like a condescending control freak and a bully since we were teenagers, even though I'm older, and they just kept enabling that. But I won't put up with it anymore. My parents ended up conceding and apologized. Then they made my sister apologize to me too. I could tell she hated every second of it because she tried to speak through her teeth at first. Later on, my parents invited me to dinner as another form of apology. But it felt more like a show to look good to the rest of the family because they told everyone about it before it even happened. The dinner was great, I can't deny. My parents had cooked a turkey, one of my favorite things to eat. I love the drumsticks slathered with gravy. Yeah, I'm kind of a pig when I eat them, but I can't help it. My sister always thought it hilarious and was one of the few things I didn't mind her laughing about. So, I thought nothing of why she was so giggly at dinner. Later, after the family dinner, I noticed that my bike was missing. I'd parked it in the backyard out of sight, but it was just gone. I freaked out because it's my only mode of transportation. My parents panicked a bit with me, but my sister seemed just the opposite. She actually looked happy and was still giggling. I immediately suspected her, and she played innocent. She even gave the "I can't believe you'd think I'd do something